All right, peace, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. It is a 6:45 on a Saturday evening. We're working. We are working. We are working overtime. We are down to our last 2 days before our 3 day land flipping challenge. And I have great energy right now. I just did a whole live on another platform, TikTok, and now I'm doing back to back lives on these platforms that we cater to. You hear me say the word platforms with an S because I want to focus on that. I want to focus on why many of us can't get going, why we can't get out of the gear that we in. It takes extreme focus to move the needle, especially in the beginning of your endeavor. So I'm here to be totally transparent with you. I'm here to give you what I never compare myself to other course creators or other influencers because I don't know what they teach. I don't know how they teach or any of those things. But if you've been following us for any significant amount of time, you probably know by now when it comes to me, when I'm speaking, I'm very transparent about the information. I don't want you to be fooled. So you typically what I say is it's like spot on. Like if I say that you can buy for X amount and sell for X amount, that's not a hypothetical guess. That's something I have experienced firsthand, right? So this is like I give practical and tangible things that you can dive into, right? So right before I got on here, I want to share a quick story. I was listening to or scrolling like we do for a brief second because even us, we get caught up in that, right? Scrolling. It's my job to know what's going on out there in the world. And I saw a drummer. It was a white boy drummer, and he was doing a cover on a Run DMC song. That's what really caught my eye because it's a Run DMC song. He's a white boy drummer and he was killing it. Absolutely murdered it. I don't know what this guy's name is, but really, really talented, really good. So I said, "Oh, that was good. Let me check another video out." So he caught me. That's what social media does. It catches me. So I checked out some more of his videos. Then he had a video that he closed out 2025 with. And see, I'm always looking for inspiration, and this inspired me. And he said, "How you doing?" Real humble guy. He said, "How you guys doing? I'm usually doing cover videos, but today I'm going to speak and I want to tell you a little bit about my journey." And my journey is I've been making these videos since 2020. See, most people, you only see the end results, right? Like I'm seeing them in 2026. If I didn't see that video, I would have assumed, just like other people assume with things, that it's just like that. This is what he's been doing. And that's not true. His story was I started in 2020 because a friend suggested that I start making these to get myself out there because I wasn't getting booked for gigs. He said for the first 3 years, I was making videos. I was consistent with it. I was posting and I was posting, and I couldn't get anything to catch fire. And I was ready to quit. I was ready to shut down my pages. I was getting 40 likes here, 50 likes here, and they were pretty much from family and friends. So he said I had this one video, which was another Run DMC cover from the song Peter Piper. And he said, I really believed in that video. He said, I had posted it 2 times, so I decided to post it for a 3rd time. And that 3rd time that he posted, he said it went viral. It got like 11 million likes on it. And from there, everything else started to be downhill at that point. See, I always use the word until. Stay in the game until it works. If you believe in what you're doing, if you believe in a thing, or if you believe in a concept, stick with it until it works. We don't know when your until is going to be, but I could guarantee you one thing. If you stop, there is no chance for your until to ever come to fruition. So now he has close to 400,000 followers and he's going on tours because he had the fortitude to stick with something that he believed in that appeared to not be working. We do a lot of studying on things and a lot of mental things and spiritual things. So I was also studying something, and he was saying that most people, they tap out right before the break is about to happen, right before the breakthrough is about to happen. And if anything is taking long that you feel is of any substance or that is great, if it's taking long to happen, it's because you asked for a lot. And sometimes when you ask for a lot, you got to give the universe and God a time to give you what you asked for. Everybody wants the microwave thing. So I want you to come to this 3-day challenge, because I know the information that we can parlay and give off to you. I know it's life-changing information. And I can stand 10 toes on that because it changed my life. And I had been searching for something that could change my life, all my life. If you grew up how we grew up, they didn't teach us sugar, honey, iced tea. Or if they did, we didn't pay attention. One or the other. It's a little bit of both. But I knew for me that I never wanted to be average. Never. I've never felt average. I've always been doing something to some form of degree. So when I stumbled into this space, I had no idea of some of the things or some of the places, like the young man's story that I was telling, some of the places that it would have taken me. I too have been on tour, not for drums, but for speaking about land investing. We have been across country to other states spreading this message. So just stay down until it's time to come up. But in order to stay down, you have to start. You have to get started. You have to have your 2020 date. And you have to have the mindset to say, if it takes me to 2026 before it happens, then so be it. Our first few years of land investing, it didn't take off. It was pretty slow in the beginning. Were we making money? Yes. But it took time to build up. So you have to first get started. So when you see things, all credible people that can add on to you, you should probably tap in with them, no matter the cost. Now, I'm inviting you to a 3-day challenge. That's a free 3-day challenge. See, in my private community, we have talks about this. I don't like the word free, and I don't like people looking for free. Because when it's free, you treat it like it's free. When you pay or it has any value to it, you treat it valuable. So if you're the free mindset, I'm allergic to you. Although I invite you to a free function. But if that's the type of time that you own, I'm allergic to you. What I'm doing now, this costs me time, energy, and effort. And I would like to be compensated for my time, energy, and effort, especially my time, because that's the one thing that I can't get back. So I want to invite you, 3-day challenge, comment the word dirt. We'll be breaking down the world of tax deed investing. Tax deed investing, we call that entry-level investing. Why do we call it entry-level investing? Because you can go out and invest in a piece of the earth for denominations of $1,500, $5,000 and less. Let's just call it that. If you don't have that type of money to invest, then you should be saving it. See, we remove all the excuses. If you don't have that kind of money, you should be saving your money. You should be joining my $4.99 community where there's other people and we're talking about ways of saving money so we can get to where we're trying to get to. There's no excuses for you not to be in some form of community working with like-minded people. And if you're not having these conversations daily, cancel your circle. It's 2026. If you're not having daily conversations about something that is going to move you and your family further ahead, cancel your circle immediately. Find a unit, find a group that's going to motivate you and going to give you some information that you can practically use to change your something. Preferably mine, because I want to have the biggest group. Because I know what I'm putting out there. And I stand behind what I'm putting out there. Dana said in my local real estate group twice weekly. I love that. I love that for you. You have to get around like-minded people. All right? And around good information. We'll also be breaking down direct to owner. Direct to owner is when we go direct to owners, direct to landowners across the country, and we make offers to buy their land. That's how we find off-market deals, because we're going to owners that's in ownership of it. They're not even aware that they want to sell it until they get in a letter from us that's requesting to buy it. We focus on rural markets because they could be gold mines. Frankly speaking, they could be gold mines. And this is what they don't want this information to be wildly popular. Why? Because if everybody was focused on rural markets, then they wouldn't be able to do what they do. Where are the next new things coming? They can't come in the city areas anymore. You can't stuff anymore into them pinatas. So you have to go to where the dirt is available. You have to go to where the land is available. What's happening out in the desert land right now? They out there building all kind of those data centers. Do me a favor, go look on Google or Zillow and ask what's happening in Maricopa County as far as the price of land. And it looks just like desert land. The shit is selling for millions. Why is it selling for millions? Because I just stated, they're taking them and they're building the data centers out there. 8 years ago, that same desert land was only, you could get, 10 acres out there, 40,000, 50,000. It's in the millions now. So those that own that land, someone has cashed out. My favorite analogy is always the state of Georgia. It's the perfect scenario. I don't have the exact dates, but let's just think back. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, you had Atlanta. Then you had everything around Atlanta that 25 years ago, 30 years ago, they was calling rural, right? They were calling it rural. Now it's a name, it's McDonough or whatever it became to be, and it's just normal. And then they built that out. Now everyone knows McDonough like it's been in existence forever. Then they pushed out further. And that was rural, and it was just dirt. Then they named that something else. Then everybody moved there. Then they did it again and again and again, and it will continue to happen like that. And the investors know. I'll tell you, I've studied this stuff, and I participate in the market. So in Fulton County, that's where Atlanta is. 95% of the owners in that market are LLCs. Only 5% are people. That's it. So why are LLCs buying up vacant land and doing nothing with it? Why? Why would they buy vacant land to do nothing with it? Think. They're ahead of the curve. They see what's going to happen down the line. Right now, if you were smart, if you had money to invest, and I know this is what's happening because I speak to these people, 2 counties over, they're buying up the land 2 counties over right now from Atlanta because eventually they're going to get there. And now, 2 years earlier is when they can get it at great prices. Most of us, when we start participating, the game is at its highest point. Then you can't participate. So I'll just be saying, take your glasses off or put them on or however you need to see, wake up. Maybe we don't know. Or maybe we don't know. That's possibility. We just don't know how the game is being played. But I'm telling you how the game is being played now. And I'm telling you that you can do the same thing. You don't have to wait for them to begin to do it. See, we talk a lot, but we don't back up what we say. So I always pose the question, how many people are really ready to go live in a rural market? Some may be. Are you? Or are you at least ready to invest in a rural market? Me personally, I'm not ready to live in a rural market, but I'm damn sure ready to invest in one. Because I don't care where the money comes from. We put a video up today where the guy was saying in rural markets, which I know to be true, now you can Airbnb land. Same way you Airbnb houses. There's a group of people, it's a niche industry that just want to go to vacant land and camp out. In this, they have a site. The site is called Hip Camp that you can put your vacant land on their page. It's like an Airbnb site, and people will pay you a nightly fee to rent your land. And you don't have to put furniture on the land, any of that stuff. If you do add any amenities to it, maybe an outhouse or something like that, you just charge a little more. So that's another thing that it offers, the opportunity to create business for yourself. So I just want to see us win, but in order to do so, you have to position yourself for the win. Comment dirt to position yourself. That's the first way of positioning yourself, to come here about free information. First and foremost, you have to be in the building. You have to get in the room. Get yourself in the room. Once you're in the room, you'll hear some good information that you can leave with and get activated. Then if this information makes sense to you, just don't stop. That's the secret recipe. The live is over. That is it. But most of us, we can't stay. How many people, with the story I started, how many of you are willing to post every day even when it seems like you're not getting any results? I've been in a lot of different fields and industries. So I have friends in the music industry. We went to a music one night. We went to a music. They had some type of event, a music event. It was for unsigned artists. And one of my friends is a high exec, makes a lot of money in the industry. I won't say names. And as a new artist, you're hungry to get on. So it was jam-packed with new people. And he asked them, these days, it's not about your music. People want to see what your social, what your life look like, what your media pages look like. So he was going around looking at their media pages. And the first thing that he asked the first three people, he said, well, why don't you post every day? I see you post, but it's sporadically. And he was like, oh, well, I got work, I got this, I got that. Well, in these days, that's not how the game is played. So are you willing to go the distance? Are you willing to do this every day until it works? I've never seen that type of consistency not work. And I'm also living proof of that. We didn't start growing on social our first 2 years. We didn't start growing. But our third year, we tapped into something and it went downhill rather fast. But the first 2 years, we were just posting and posting and posting, and we kept going until. And right now, I'm in another until. I'm willing to go through to get to. And we set new goals and higher goals once we get to. Then we go through again. Once we hit 500,000 followers, we'll set the bar to 1 million followers. Then we'll put our head down and we'll dig in. This has to work or this has to work. And I know for a fact that we wasn't the only people that was talking about land, but nobody was standing 10 toes down on this message like we do. That's a fact, because I study industries before or anything that I get involved in. I want to know what's happening in that space. Now, Am I upset that a lot of other people are talking about it? Absolutely not, because you can't call yourself an influencer, then get it mad when the people are doing what you influenced them to do. So it's a great thing that other people now are doing the thing, talking about land, buying land, and investing in land. That's the whole game plan, to make this a cool thing to do. We know it makes sense, but why is this not at the top of the cool chart? I'm on one. I got a lot of energy. And I push myself, my partner, we push ourselves to do more, to be better, to make more, to go harder. And I hope it rubs off on somebody, because I am you, you are me. We are no different. I just got a different way of thinking these days and a different way of moving these days. And you don't start to, that thinking, that type of thinking doesn't start to kick in until you're around other thinkers like that. That's why I always encourage, get inside one of these communities. Inside my private community, I got two communities now. I got a paid community where we hyper focus and show people how to buy and sell land. That's all we focus on. That's it. Tax deed investing, direct to owner. That's what that group is. That's my top tier program. All we do is hyper focus. We deal with a lot of people on social media. So we just recently opened up a community that's called Acres for $4.99. We just opened that community, and it has grown rather fast. In less than a month, we have over 200 people in that community. Now we're starting to have dialogue in there. We gave away a free course in there on the 15th. We gave away a free course on there, but I had members from my top tier program that's participate in that group. So I brought one to the stage, and he gave a testimonial to encourage the others. And his testimonial was, he said, I want to be exact. He said, I had always heard that you are the sum of the friends that you hang with. He said, once I got into the community with Ray and Jay, my mindset started to shift. And then I started to focus on money. And that's when my finances started to go higher. Now, I don't know what people are going to say when they give testimonials. But when I sit and I really think about these things, I said, oh, well, that's it. Because if you're around people that's looking to do something of substance and you're tapped into that frequency, your wheels are going to start spinning and say, hey, I want that for myself. Or you should. Birds of a feather flock together, that old saying. Eagles don't fly with pigeons. At least they eat them. All right, y'all comment the word dirt. Let's make this a monumental event. I'd love to see everybody that's on this live at that 3-day training. You will learn a lot. One thing that I could promise you is that you will learn something. It's going to be a really good event. We're set to go. We live DJ. We have a host. It will be a really, really good event. You don't want to miss it. Once you're in there, upgrade to VIP. Our VIP members will spend an extra hour one-on-one with us, where they'll be able to pick our brain and talk to us directly, get any questions that they may have, get those questions answered. So don't just get in because it's free. Once you get in, upgrade yourself to VIP so you can talk to us directly on a one-on-one basis. All right. I hope whatever I said on this live tonight touched or motivated somebody to do something, to take action on something. All right. Because it's 2026. Move different. Whatever you done last year, if it didn't work, do something different. You cannot do the same thing as you've done last year and expect new results. It's not going to work. All right. So that's my time. We'll be back tomorrow. 2 lives. We on it. 2 lives for the past 5 days. We did 2 lives a day, 2 to 3 posts a day. So the engine is going. We're on go mode. Tomorrow we'll be back. 2 posts, 2 lives, maybe 3. In fact, 3 lives tomorrow and 3 posts tomorrow. Catch up. Peace, y'all. Love.